Thousands and thousands have come to enjoy themselves and just have some fun.
Hello, I'm Keith Jackson. And you're about to see today on ABC's Wide World of Sports what we call the Thunderboats. The unlimited hydroplanes, the powerhouses of boat racing, run for the Gold Cup. This is the Grand Prix for the unlimited hydroplanes. This is the one every boat owner, every driver, every mechanic, every man in boat racing strives to win at one time or another, because this is the top prize. But it became the top prize out of a lot of years of hard work, broken hearts, and meager success. Let's take a very quick look back through the some 70-year history of boat racing, and in particular look at what has happened along the way that has made this Gold Cup so special. Well, as you can see, we have a large crowd along the banks of the Ohio River here in Madison, Indiana for the Gold Cup race. I'm Keith Jackson here on the official stands in the pit area. And those of you who have seen unlimited hydroplane racing, I think, know full well how complicated and difficult it can be. Let's take a look inside the cockpit now with a man who has won this race 4 times and who will be working with us today on ABC's Wide World of Sports when time allows. Here is Bill Muncie to explain some of the complicated jobs that he must do before this day is done.
Thank you, Keith. I'm sitting in the cockpit of the Atlas Fan Line. It's a brand new unlimited hydroplane for 1971, and she's just been great. Like most of the hydroplanes in the pit area here today, she's 30 feet long, about 13 feet wide. She weighs about 6,500 pounds. She's powered by a British Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, which we hope to pull about 2,500 horsepower. And this will allow us to accelerate from 90 to 150 in about 4.5 to 5 seconds with a top speed around 200. Though we do enjoy total aircraft instrumentation, we do add a few goodies of our own just in the interest of racing reference and racing improvement and performance. One of the most critical, of course, is the water speed indicator, which I've found is very accurate. Some other aircraft instruments that are important to us are the revolutions per minute of the engine, which tells me exactly how fast we're turning. We normally, at 150 miles an hour, turn this engine 4,000 revolutions per minute. Another important instrument is the manifold pressure gauge, which tells me how much boost or pressure we're getting into the combustion chamber from our supercharger. And it's important that if I'm going to put a lot of boost and pressure in there, I've got a lot of revolutions per minute to consume all that boost, because if it doesn't, I'm going to have an explosion and fire is going to come everywhere, and I won't win. Another little addition we've had, one of our own little racing goodies, is the nitrous oxide injection. This is a system that's installed inside the cockpit, but I control it with a little button on the steering wheel, and I can push that button coming off the corner in the interest of acceleration. It'll show me 400 horsepower additionally by just pushing nitrous oxide directly into the combustion chamber. This is the same thing that your dentist uses when he puts you to sleep and pulls your teeth out. So anyway, we are an aircraft, we're a waterbound airplane virtually, and we are totally aircraft oriented, although we're a boat, and we couldn't run without water, because water is what we cool the engine with, water is the thing that we run on, and hopefully water is the thing that we win on.
Okay, Bill, and frankly, I'd rather have my job than yours, because I know what kind of work you've got to do today. The course, it's compact, it's interesting, and it's a very fast course. Let's take a look at how it's laid out.
The race course is 2.5 miles in length, runs east to west on the Ohio River, which separates Indiana and Kentucky. The start-finish line right here is located on the Indiana side. They come streaking out from under that red line, which represents a bridge here on our graphic, and go boiling into that first turn, and that is pretty exciting. May very well be the most exciting point of the entire race course. And generally, it's reasonably smooth down there. They come off that first turn, up that long straight, hit their top speed right about this point. And right after they hit their top speed, they have to contend with some pretty tough ground swells that build up at this point of the race course. Come off turns 3 and 4 and come on back down toward the start-finish line. The winner is determined on the basis of points, the point distribution as you see here. There will be 3 heats, 2 sections in each of the heats, and then the 5 boats with the greatest number of points will go into the final. And this is the Miss Madison, representing the host city, being lifted into the water. Madison, Indiana is a community of about 13,000 people, and it's the first time ever in the history of the Gold Cup race a community this size has been able to hold an event of this size. And believe me, this is the big one in boat racing. So you will see through the afternoon some great enthusiasm for Miss Madison. Dean Chenoweth is the driver of Miss Budweiser. Now, Miss Budweiser is the defending champion. She won it in 1969 and 1970, has been running very well so far this year, and is very much in contention for all the honors. And here you see the Miss Timex moving out onto the river. Miss Timex in the field for Heat 1B. Heat 1A had to be stopped shortly after the start because of an accident that occurred in the first turn. It involved Bill Munsey in the Atlas van lines and this young man, Leif Borgeson, driver of the Hallmark home. Here is how Leif Borgeson recounts that exciting moment for him.
Oh, we all came down to the starting line, and we were pretty much abreast. We're all trying to get to that corner first. It's a very important factor in boat racing, and Bill had a little bit more mile per hour on myself, and that pulled me down the chute by about 2 boat lengths. And we got into the corner, and Bill was going from number 6 lane over to number 1, and the door just got closed. And I tried to trip through his water a little bit because there was no other place to go. I tumbled in the air and hit 4 times on the surface of the water and was knocked out of wind for about 15, 20 seconds. And then the rescue craft finally got to me.
Leif Borgeson is going to be sore for a few days, but he'll be back to race again. The Hallmark Home's boat sunk. It's now at the bottom of the Ohio River. The rerun of Heat 1A was won by Atlas Van Lines 1, Bill Munsey for 400 points. Pride of Pay and Pack was second with Billy Shoemaker. Billy Sterrett took the Notre Dame in third. Miss Budweiser with Dean Chenoweth did not finish. We'll be back for the running of Heat 1B on ABC's Wide World of Sports in just a moment.